What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine.
And I am still James.
And thanks for checking out the podcast. We got much to discuss. It was some stuff that happened this weekend, and sorry I didn't get a chance to talk about nothing. But we gonna make up for that lost time today. But before I do any of that, I got an intro. All right, I'm back. We're back. So, okay, we went to see a movie this week. We both separately went to see a movie this weekend. So we got John Wick Chapter 3 in Parabellum. We're going to go ahead and review that. And we're going to throw a little spoiler discussion in there because we decided it was some stuff at the end that that needed to be talked about, but it would be spoilerish. So I'm going to give you a warning on that. And we're going to get into some other stuff, man. We're going to talk about that Batman Hush trailer, the new news on who's playing the new Batman, and that Star Wars reimagining video. So we got some stuff to talk about today. So let's go ahead and jump into this review, man. John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. First off, did you enjoy this movie, man?
You know I did. Don't even ask me a question like that.
Well, some people might, might not be their thing. This was a great dad movie.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, it's what I guess Father's Day is next month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing they wanted to be close to Father's Day. This is something that people would take their dad to see, just to have something to do on Father's Day or whatever. But so it picks up where the last one left off. Actually, it picks up right after the last one, right? If anybody don't know John Wick, the story is he was a hitman. He was the most famous hitman out there, and he got out the game because his wife. I guess you know what? Who is this girl? His wife. She must have been so cool for this kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So the whole story is he got out the game. He stopped being a hitman because he met a woman, fell in love, but she died from a cancer, I believe.
Yeah.
And before she passed away, she left him a dog. She left him a puppy. Said, I can't be here no more. You can love this dog. I know you want somebody to love this dog. Use this dog to remember me or whatever. And some assholes came in and just killed his dog. So they brought him out of retirement.
They were the bad guys.
So they brought him out of retirement. And so he could take down the guys who did him wrong or whatever. So that was the first movie. Second movie, I guess the second movie came and there was a little world building going on too, because we didn't know all these back rules that they had. You know what I'm saying? Where they brought out the rules from the marker. That wasn't in the first movie, right?
Right.
So that's when they started expand upon their world. I did like that, but I didn't really understand it. I got more of an understanding in this movie about their rules and why it's things the way they are and how their world works, And that's one thing I applauded for not just giving us the answers. I'm just starting to figure it out as I see the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where, usually in movies where they get a break in the action and then they have one of the characters just start explaining everything and basically explain it to the audience. But,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that played a big significance in this movie where the part two was somebody cashed in a marker where that's the only way he got out the game. A marker is, I guess, one person helped you do something, but you owe them. Right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of how it is? So a person helped him get out the game on the first movie, but he had owed him. So that was the second movie. He had to go take somebody out. The dude double crossed him, and so that whole movie he was fighting that guy, right? He ended up killing that guy, but he broke the rules because that dude was a higher up or something. So that's what bring this movie is. This movie at where he's on the run, they getting chased by all these hitmen and assassins and all that. How'd you like the idea of this movie picking up right where the other one left off?
I appreciated it, man. Like, because I didn't want to have to come in like a couple months later, see how he got wherever he ended up, have like a whole flashback exposition scene. I didn't need all that. It's just y'all know what happened. Here he is. Let's go.
Right. I appreciate that too, man. And then somebody brought something up about Keanu Reeves, man. The way he run like he got a rock in his shoe or something. It's so funny. And that's like, dude, that is funny because he's so bow-legged, but he do run like his feet hurt or something. It just looked funny.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with where they started, how they did that or whatever. So I was wondering like, okay, so what's his plan? You know, so that's where I was like, the world building was kind of cool. So now you know when he go get the marker, you know, okay, this is his marker. So you know what I'm saying. So you kind of understand where that's all about. Because at one point, you know, like part 2, I didn't get it. You know, now I'm starting to get it. And that's when you bring in other characters. But I guess before we get to those other characters, we can talk about the action, man, because the movie just kick off with action. And we know that was going to happen because that's the formula. I don't know who that tall dude was. I wondered that was like a basketball player or something, but like some 7-foot dude came up to him.
Dude looking like Lurch, man.
It's funny how everybody already know John. Like, dude, does he know everybody? Everybody be like
everyone.
Everybody that he come to be like, hey John, yeah, you know, it's a lot of money, dog. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, he worked with every single assassin that's out there. So they brought this cool ass. It was a cool ass knife throwing scene. Well, you seen some of it in the trailer, but that was only half of it.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, that's why they take things to the next level, man. Because with those with the knife throwing scenes, it was like, I don't know, they threw knives in every single part of the human body, I believe.
Like, and especially like because like the whole scene, they're like constantly breaking open these display cases to get these knives, and it's just like they look at each other like, "You going for it? Because I'm going for it." You know.
Yeah, I know. It was funny because it was like he throw a knife in a dude, and then he'd be hurt, and then he'd try to punch with his other, and he'd throw a knife in that other arm, and then he'd throw a knife in his leg, and then he'll start crawling with one leg, and then he'd throw a knife in his ankle. I'm like, dude, this shit is ridiculous.
Like, I think they must have thrown at least 30 knives in that scene, man.
Yeah. That shit, like I said, they took shit to the next level. I would appreciate that because I've seen stuff in here that I haven't seen in any other movie, like action movie. When they just start showing me standard action, I get, a little out of it. But every time they went somewhere, you know they was going to use the environment some way. And where I'm getting
I also appreciate they've kind of built up John Wick. It's like, it's not like he's the best fighter out there. He's not the best marksman out there. It's just he can use anything as a weapon, and you actually get to see him do that. They don't just say it.
Motherfucker used a book. I mean, how he used that book, dog? Like, damn, I didn't know you could kill somebody like that.
Man, knowledge is power,
so
man.
If you're going to fight somebody in the library, it's only fitting that he kill you with a book.
But and so brutal too, man. Because there's only so many ways that we would have thought of somebody using a book in a fight, and he didn't do none of that. Yeah,
well, he found some way. So when he went to that horse stable, I was like, oh shit.
Oh man.
Man, I was like, I know where this is gonna go, man. Oh my God. And I'm pretty sure that was a special effect because I know
Had to be.
ain't nobody gonna take a shot in the
Hey, look,
face.
ain't no stuntman's insurance covering that. That's if he lived through it.
But yeah, yeah, they got they use them horses effectively on those action scenes. And they blended.
Even did some trick riding on a horse later
I
on.
would say they blended some fighting on the motorcycle and fighting on the horse at the same time. That was actually, man, it was some dope scenes in these movies, man.
Oh yeah.
Like I mean, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised that they didn't run out of new things to do. You know what I'm saying? I thought they did everything in the part 2, but no, they got some new tricks for your ass. So I'm gonna start talking about some characters, man. So you got Halle Berry as Sophia. That was the person he had as marker. So that's how she tied to this, where he's cashing his marker to get help to get away. Well, I don't want to say exactly what he want to do, but you know he's on the run, so he gonna need help. So he got his marker to cashing in Sophia, which was Halle Berry. She got these 2 dogs, and that's kind of like her thing. Are those bulletproof vests she had on those dogs? Because didn't one get shot? And I was like, she only had 2 when she came in, right?
Right.
So the one that got shot, at one point it looked like it got shot and killed. Then the next point it was like it never got shot.
Nah, because you see her like
she grabs something.
after it gets shot and she goes to check on it, she takes the bullet out of the vest.
Oh, okay, all right. You know what? I didn't quite know what she had did. When I saw her grab something, but I didn't know what it was. Okay, that was the bullet. So dog never got. Okay, yeah. So, all right, we seen dogs in movies before fighting, but they effectively use these dogs.
Ooh, man.
Man, let's just say
like,
them dogs is on an all nuts diet. all testicle diet. Can I just say,
like, as a dog owner, I've never been more sure that my dogs ain't worth nothing than after seeing this movie.
Well, they trained. Come on now.
Yeah, but like, I'm just looking at it. I'm like, God damn, those dogs is about that life. I can't. They might be more. You know what? I don't know who's harder on nuts, man. The dogs or John?
No, it's the dogs. Because the dogs, they pulling people nuts after they dead. They dead and gone. They still.
Nah, they still attached. I ain't done.
Yeah, like, dude, like, oh my God, no. But
like, even after she done double tapped him in the head, they still on that.
Yeah, dude. They didn't stop until she told them to stop. That was some good dogs.
No, they didn't stop till she told them to go after something else.
Yeah, go after his nuts now. So, I mean, they use them dogs effectively, man. And you know, I was feeling like it was gonna be cool, but I didn't know them dogs were gonna be that effective.
Man, how you train a look? I get that at least some of this was CG, but how you train a dog to do parkour, man?
The dogs can do that naturally, though. Animals, where we have to train to do parkour, that's just natural for them, dude. You know what I'm saying? Jumping on shit, jumping through shit.
I don't know, man. Some of that stuff wasn't natural, okay?
I'm just, when the man jumped up that wall, jumped off, I don't want to tell everything, but it jumped up to a high height, but it can do that. It was like
but like on a straight concrete wall though.
Yeah. It's
all right.
I believe it's something that animals would naturally do. If they see a height, they're gonna just try to hop it.
All right. I mean that dog could be in the NBA, but okay.
But no, that scene was actually dope, man. That was like, I felt like after that scene that the end wasn't going to be impressive because that was enough to be an end scene right there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, because you could have left the movie satisfied after that scene.
I know, I know. So I feel like, and how'd you feel about Halle Berry herself? Like, how'd you feel like how she did in her character?
You know what? And this is something like I think we've both had this reaction to all three movies now. I just want a lot of these characters to get their own story, man. Like just completely separate from John. Like I want to know their backstory. You know, I want to know what they get up to. Like I want to know how they became who they are because like they put some really interesting characters in this world, and we only get to see them in relation to John.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
You know,
I feel like they're gonna get a spinoff with Halle Berry character. Um, Spoiler alert. Well, I don't want to say if she died or not, but let's put it this way. Well, that's basically saying she didn't die. They left it
I
where
mean,
you probably wouldn't. You probably would see her again, and those dogs.
the dogs will return.
Yeah, you could say, "Oh man, all the bullets going around. Why them dogs ain't getting shot?" But they got on bulletproof vests, so I mean, that's kind of
And ain't nobody shooting anywhere near their own nuts. So
that's true. And they was all over the place. So if you try to stop and aim, that's your nuts. You know what I'm saying?
like,
You better just
cause like them dogs was moving like some ninjas. Like you'd see the both of them like over in that corner, over in that corner. Next thing you know, they're on the second floor. They jumping down at somebody off a truck. Like god damn.
so so then I mean you got Lawrence Fishburne, like and Ian McShane. Like John got like allies.
Yeah.
Whereas people he used to work with or whatever, and they come, you know, dang John, you whooping, you doing this, John, you doing that, John, you know. They kind of like got that same little trope, or that's kind of like they level of just supporting John or whatever. And so he got a villain, the main villain, basically his top, the guy who's his equal. He always got one guy that's as good as him, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's Mark Dacascos' character, Zero. Kind of just look like a monk or whatever. What'd you think of Mark Dacascos in this movie?
You know what? Because I think we talked about this already, but like I just really appreciate that they didn't go like the more sort of cliche route on this, like because dude is like almost too personable in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, because he's not like they didn't like do him like they did Common, like just have him be the stoic, business type.
Right.
He ain't just doing his job.
The
This dude is like right. This dude is like he is in this life and he is about it. Like even like the first thing you see of him is like he's got his whole act going.
Yeah.
So dude is constantly like acting up here for no apparent reason.
And that's so funny when you say act. It kind of make it. The way they play the character is it's almost like he's trying to let you know, or they trying to let you know, it is an act. Like he's not really like this. He actually just like a cool, laid back dude.
Yeah.
And when he put on his kill face, he is all it's just this is my persona. This ain't me for real.
Because a couple times he's in the middle of a scene where he's supposed to be about it, and he'll just break down like, "Hey, but for real though, man, nice."
Yeah, no, he basically a fanboy.
Yeah,
and it's just funny. I think that's the right way to play it because if you, like you said, if he was just that old stoic, 1,000-mile stare, mean mugging villain, that's so cliched. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's nothing to you. Now it's something to you. You are more, you showing me you more than just a cliche. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So and that actually made people kind of like him, And that's what I don't like about these movies though. When you start liking the villains, eventually John gonna kill their ass or have to kill them, and you like, man, I kind of don't want to see him go, but it's gotta go.
Like, cause I think they've only got like what 2 characters in this franchise that I don't like.
Who was that?
Yeah. The villain from the last one and old girl from this one, the adjudicator.
Oh, oh yeah. What? You know her name? I forget. Was she in
Uh,
something else?
I cannot remember her name right
Dude,
now.
when she walked up, I thought she was gonna be sounding like I thought she was gonna be like cool or something. And then she started talking. She was like, "Oh, she's so bland." Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I didn't get nothing from her, because they gave her an interest. They kind of stopped the movie when she walked
yeah,
in. So I'm thinking she gonna blow me away or something, or give me something that just make you stand out. And when she started
no,
talking,
she's
it
going
was
to
like,
talk like this for every scene in the movie.
yeah, that was her thing though, right? That she just
Yeah,
ain't got emotions or whatever. But like, yeah, it's not working for me.
right.
uh, so, like I said, but that kind of helped me with the world building, where she's just the voice of the high table. The high table is basically the people who runs the whole organization of assassins.
Right.
Um, so I think that's kind of like where we get into this movie, where it's like, um, it's more than about just John, but all we know is, oh, we just following John. Now we getting to find out who he worked for, where he come from, their whole organization, other people in their organization. So I think the world building, like I said, I really like the world building as they just letting us get it ourselves without giving us nothing. They're not telling us nothing. They just, just throwing stuff out there, and then we just got to figure. Oh, so this is why they do that. So I thought
Yeah,
that was cool. But it's so funny about the world building that it seems like it's assassins every fucking where. Like,
everywhere.
like
The
man,
guy, the guy running the sushi shop, assassin. The dude
no,
driving your taxi, assassin.
yeah,
The hobo on the street,
you're
assassin.
right. Man, you can work at McDonald's. You don't want fries with
Assassin.
that. So they got a gun under the fucking counter. If they see their target, they pull that shit out, start shooting right in that middle of McDonald's. Like, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous.
Oh man, like at this point, I want this franchise to keep going just to see the most ridiculous ways they try to fit an assassin into a scene.
Uh
Like it's gonna be like somebody goes to the dentist and like the guy washing the guy clean working in there at the desk is the assassin.
I
Like
mean, if you going to the dentist, I mean, shit,
I mean the
that's
dentist,
easy.
yeah, they already got everything they
I
need to
know.
get your ass in there.
Once they get your ass in that
Uh,
chair, that's a wrap.
you know, Assassins Are Us daycare. Like everything.
Yeah, I'll take my child there.
It's
So
like,
anyway,
look, don't bring him back until he can kill a man with his bare hand.
let's wrap up, man. I'm gonna give this movie. I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie an epic.
Okay, I
Because
was waiting.
I mean, I couldn't give it. I couldn't give it no lower than an epic, because it was an amazing movie. It looked great. The colors, the cinematography, all that shit great, and all the fucking. I could say, if I had to bring it down a little bit, if I had to say anything negative about it, it's not that it was too much action. It got to the point where it was so much action that I started to feel a little numb to it, because it got to the point where, damn, you just had a super dope knife fight, and then he walk into an alley, three other dudes come out with knives. I'm like, okay, come on, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was starting to blend together a little too much. It's like, okay, you could actually take some of that out and put it in a whole nother movie. And you know what I'm saying? If they focus on the story more and action a little less, I actually would appreciate that. Because I mean, it's not that I don't like a lot of action. It's just like, I need, at some point you got to slow down and start talking. Because all I was seeing was, slice, slice, bang, bang, that's all. So, but I had such a good time, man. I can't give it nothing less than epic, man. What you give it?
I'm with you on that, man. I gotta give it an epic. I'm in there like straight up enjoying every single scene. Like this movie doesn't quit at any point. I couldn't give
Agreed.
it anything but an epic, man.
So, yeah, we have We both give it an epic, man. It was a good movie. Go see it. Take your dad to see it for Father's Day. I mean, it ain't just dads though. It's a movie that you will love, especially if you love the second one. Like if you ain't into action, you might not like it because it's a lot of action. It might be too much, but if you like action movie and if you love the first one, you're gonna love this one. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do a spoiler discussion real quick. I don't think nobody watching anyway right now. So I'm gonna have to upload these. I got one person watching, but we're gonna upload these later. So I'm gonna try to separate it then. Let me just stop that. All right, thanks for checking out the review.